Yeah. 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 Cause I'm on the way, yeah, I'm on the way. She tell me, girl, I'm on the way, yeah, I'm on the way, yeah, I'm on the way. She tell me, girl, I'm on the way, say I'm on the way, yeah. You ain't gotta say shit, it's going down, 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 yeah. Say you ain't gotta say shit, yeah. Say, cause I'm on the way, yeah, I'm on the way. She tell me, girl, I'm on the way, I'm on the way, yeah, I'm on the way. Tell her, girl, I'm on the way, say I'm on the way, yeah. Don't no matter where you are, cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, yeah. Had a conversation with shorty, never met before, damn, she looking good. She had a homegirl with her, but conversation led to another one. I'm talking to both like damn, I don't really know who to choose. What's up, though? Niggas all on them trips. We was spending up them chips, pulling up in them whips. Late nights we would dip. You know we was rockin', we turned up all night, yeah. Scratches on my back, ain't no cushions action. Every time she around, it's going down, yeah. We all in the hotel room, scratches on my back, man, we on the wall. Niggas call downstairs like, man, this noise can't take too much more. Give it to me one time. I'm about to beat it up, open the list so I can eat it up, cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, she tell me, girl, I'm on the way, say I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, she tell me, girl, I'm on the way, say I'm on the way, yeah. You ain't gotta say shit, it's going down, 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 yeah. Say you ain't gotta say shit, yeah. Say, cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, she tell her, girl, I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, tell her, girl, I'm on the way, she I'm on the way, yeah. Don't no matter where you are, cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way. Water whipping with the diamonds, goddamn it, you know that she shining. Know that she out on the shit and I was just trying to hit her up with perfect timing. Damn, I know she wanna live again. She was all on the live again. She so live again. Jump up on the pole, do it real quick, make a couple dollars in. Girl, I know you been on this here, girl, on time. And I know this thing here been all over your mind. We finna get it in, yeah. This is her favorite song, her and her friend, yeah. Matter of fact, y'all both can go, open that door, y'all can come in, yeah. Me and my niggas, we got 100,000 wrapped in rubber bands, throwing it up. Couple of bitches checking us out, shit. You know we don't give a fuck. I need another one, purple and double cups, shit. I need another one, tell him to pull it up. Cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way. She tell me, girl, I'm on the way. Say I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way. She tell me, girl, I'm on the way. Say I'm on the way, yeah. You ain't gotta say shit. It's going down, 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 yeah. Say you ain't gotta say shit, yeah. Say I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way. She tell her, girl, I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way. Tell her, girl, I'm on the way. Say I'm on the way, yeah. Don't no matter where you are, cause I'm on the way, yeah. I'm on the way, yeah.
Body, pose. Freaky little mama getting silly now. Screaming while she riding be my favorite sound. Slow.
Test. All right. Can y'all hear me now? What up? What up? Wow. Hold on. Let me test real quick. All right, I think we good. Man, you see how this computer do on my first stream back from COVID? Dynamite King, what's good? I literally tested this out before I started streaming. Everything was working fine. Soon as I hit stream, all of a sudden it don't want to work. But here we are. I think I am here. I think you guys can hear me. I hope you can hear me. So y'all already know what it is. Let's get right into it. Shout out to the Noti Gang in the building. Shout out to Rogue Energy. Shout out to Voice Mod, MLO, Clothing, Xbox, Team Xbox, man. Y'all know what it is.
Let's go.
So if you want to check out Alice, what's good? Do I say your name right? So I know some people pronounce that different sometimes. Elise. Some people say it like that. I got a homegirl that says Elise instead of Alice. So I just want to make sure I say it right. Yeah, okay. Bet. So we here to talk a little sports. It's been a while since I've done a sports podcast. I was going to play video games initially, but I had to get a sports podcast in for other reasons outside of Twitch. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, man. But shout out to y'all once again coming through Noti Gang. And let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. What do I want to start off with? Let's go ahead and start off with this past weekend. Let me see if I can get it up. You know, my computer want to act stupid when I go live. Just randomly want to act stupid when I go live. Let me see if I got this up. Everything was saved. You say the playoffs wicked as hell. What? Hey, I'm not mad at the playoffs outside of the Cowboys losing. So here we are, man. This past weekend, the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Many people call it an upset. I didn't see it as an upset. The Bengals take out the Titans. The Titans was the number 1 seed, 12-5, but I mean they really wasn't a strong number 1 seed. So shout out to the Bengals getting back in the playoffs for the first time, and then getting to the AFC Championship game for the first time in years. The freaking 49ers take out Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Hilarious. Everybody laughed and talked noise about the Dallas Cowboys losing to San Francisco. And San Francisco turned around, went to the blizzard, below temperature, below freezing, below zero, and went to Green Bay, held that man Aaron Rodgers to 10 points. And they get the walk-off victory with the field goal, 13-10. Shout out to the 49ers. The Rams take out the Buccaneers. Another game I love because I'm sick of Tom Brady and I'm sick of his followers. I like Tom Brady though, but you know, I'm just sick of Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady hater. I'm just sick of him. I'm sick of the people that follow him from team to team and talk all that noise. I don't like that. So, but let's get into some. Get the tables. Hey, get the tables. Hey, shout out to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go.
Let's forget the tables. Let me give him a shout out, man. He need a shout out, man, because his Buccaneers sitting at home with us. You know, he was talking all this noise. I told him in Speed's chat that they was gonna lose. He wasn't trying to hear me though. D-Well, what's good? So there you go. Shout out to Get the Tables, man. If you're not following him already, make sure you follow him in the link in the chat. I'm sorry, click the link. in the chat, and make sure you follow my guy, man. He will be on with us Sunday and Saturday, actually. Royal Rumble Saturday, and then on the podcast Sunday. Alone on Sunday, along with Big Willie, man. So shout out. I'm sorry, that's the wrong button. Shout out to Get the Tables with Big Willie, man. And I was told we might have somebody else, so it might be a pretty huge podcast stream Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see. But the Rams take out the Buccaneers. Matt Stafford, 28 for 38, 366 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, 9 catches, 183 yards, 1 touchdown, including that big, huge catch at the end of the game. Which I'm gonna get into that. Let's move on though. The Bills and the Chiefs, classic game. I actually missed this because I had to leave the house. That's the reason I couldn't do the GCW stream with Dark and Max, because I wasn't at home. I had some stuff come up, some business stuff that I had to take care of last minute, so I went and did that. But the Chiefs take out the Bills 42-36. Pat Mahomes went at it with Josh Allen, man. They went back and forth. Pat Mahomes had 33. He went 33 for 44, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, including the touchdown in overtime. Now, everybody's talking about changing the overtime rules. If you change it, in my opinion, it should be like the NCAA rules. Like, both teams get the ball, both teams get a chance to score, and you need to... I saw the highlights already. I went back and watched the game. I just didn't watch it live, Dynamite. But as far as overtime, both teams should have a chance to get the ball, in my opinion. Do it like the NCAA. Both teams get a chance to have a ball. Both teams' defense get a chance to make a stop. And whichever one makes a stop first, win the game. I'm just saying. But either way it go, a defense has to make a stop. Either way it go. Whether you keep it the same or don't keep it the same. Either way it go, the defense is going to have to stop somebody. The Bills' defense couldn't stop the Chiefs. That's all it is. You said don't change it. Think the overtime. I think it's fine too, but I said if they are going to change it, you might as well do it like the NCAA. But let's get back to this Cooper Kupp catch with the Rams over the Buccaneers. What's funny is that catch down the field before they spiked the ball. Cooper Kupp ran a route. Let me get my notes up. He said that the route for that was called for the love of the game. And the reason it's called for the love of the game is because when Matt Stafford hiked the ball and they say hut, he's just supposed to run down the field as fast as he can. And the goal for him doing that is to distract the hold on, y'all. I hear something popping in my headset. Y'all hear anything popping, or is that just me? It might just be my earphones. But Cooper Kupp ran a route that's called for the love of the game. And again, let me explain this route. His route is to run as far down the field as he can. The reason for him doing that is to distract the safeties and have the safeties follow him so they can get underneath routes open. That's the reason he ran that route. But for whatever reason, Tampa Bay decided to send a blitz. So that left him one-on-one down the field. And of course, you saw what happened. Cooper Kupp burned his defender. They get down there and clock it. Bow, end of the game by Tampa. So a route that was made to distract safeties to get underneath routes open is the route that beat everybody over the top and got down the field. So that's just hilarious to me. I'm sorry. Let me get ESPN off. Let me get ESPN off my screen, because they always taking up a lot of energy for whatever reason. Dumbass blitz. Hey, that's Tampa for you, man. They like to do that. Now let's bring up this guy, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if I want to boo him or laugh or clap, but I'll give him a round of applause. So with Green Bay, he said boo. Okay, there you go. There you go. I'll boo him. So with Green Bay getting put out and Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs again. Number 1 seed, eliminated again. Everybody is asking what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers, right? So his offensive coordinator just got hired with Denver. So everybody's automatically assuming that A-Rod goes back to Denver. Cool. If that happens, cool. I don't know what he's going to do. I know he's not going back to Green Bay for multiple reasons, and I'm going to show you why. Y'all know I like to show y'all the stuff that I talk about. So let me get this pulled up. Let's get the salary cap pulled up and why he's not going back to Green Bay. Let me put it on the screen so you guys can see it. But this is hilarious to me. And this is why I found it so funny that Green Bay lost. This is hilarious. So Aaron Rodgers basically said in his presser after the game, I don't want to rebuild. Why does ad? Get off my screen. He said, I don't want to rebuild, right? Basically saying you better re-sign Devontae Adams and all these other players that's coming up. But my thing is, how you gonna do that when next year they already $40 million over the cap? Who you gonna re-sign? You can't re-sign A-Rod and Devontae Adams and Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith and Kenny Clark. All these guys coming up. You can't sign them. Aaron Jones. Like, what you gonna do with these guys? What you gonna do with these guys? They got 41 players under contract right now. And they $40 million over the cap. So Aaron Rodgers is not coming back, y'all. If you're a Green Bay fan, King, if you're still in here, Aaron Rodgers is not coming back. It's over. It's over. So where do you guys think Aaron Rodgers is gonna go? Should I do a poll, or do you just want to answer in the chat? Yeah, King's still mad. I'm weird because I'm laughing at your Packers. You and them Packers can eat a dick, sir. They not gonna do nothing. They can't. $40 million over the cap. You know A-Rod go get at least 28. So how they gonna do it? How's Devontae Adams gonna come back? Because you know he want his money. And why would they come back? To keep losing. All they gonna do is keep losing, so it don't matter. They do good in the regular season because they division suck. Everybody want to talk about the Cowboys, but they division is worse. Like, seriously, you got Detroit. I'll take the Giants over Detroit. You got Chicago. I'm taking Philly and Washington over Chicago. I mean, come on, man. I can't even think of the other team. Who's the other team in that division? Minnesota. Minnesota is like the Eagles. Come on, man. That division is trash. So we'll see what Aaron Rodgers do. I personally think he is gone. That's just me. So get A-Rod and the Packers off my screen. Let's get to Sean Payton. Shout out to Sean Payton. Sean Payton recently stepped down. He recently stepped down from, you know where he not going? You know what? They could get him though, King. That's the crazy thing. They could get him. So Big Ben, since you want to talk about Pittsburgh, let's go ahead and skip Sean Payton real quick. So Big Ben, shout out to Big Ben, I guess, for retiring. Big Ben finally calls it quits. So he finally called it quits. So Big Ben is finally done. I think he should have retired after last year, but he decided to play another year. They snuck into the playoffs somehow, but, you know, they got embarrassed because that was probably the worst playoff team this year. So, did I see what was? I don't even want to know what was trending earlier, King, about Big Ben. I already got an idea what was trending about him. once he announced his retirement. But Big Ben retired. He announced his retirement today. Since King want to bring up Aaron Rodgers not going to Pittsburgh, let's see what their salary cap is looking like once this stupid ad is off. If I can get the ad off my screen. I'm pushing the X and the ad won't leave my screen. All right, let's try this again, y'all. Speeds, appreciate the sub, man. 7 months in a row for Speeds, man. Let me make sure I give Speeds his shout out real quick. Bow, shout out to Speeds, man. Make sure you check him out. If you're not following him already, make sure you do that. Appreciate the sub, Speeds.
Let's go.
And Speeds say, hey, Payne. Exactly, Speeds. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. They're done. $40 million over the cap. You got all these players you need to re-sign. Like, come on, King. Give it up, man. Y'all about to rebuild, man. You got another quarterback waiting. It's time. It's time to rebuild, King. That's all it is, man. Y'all still gonna have a good. You still might win your division. I mean, your division is trash. But you gotta let it go, King. You did all this talking about the Cowboys. Now it's your turn. Let's get into Pittsburgh, King. Since you said Aaron Rodgers won't go there for sure. They got $35 million in the cap right now, and they can easily restructure. Exactly, Speeds. Lucky for them that division is shit. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell King. He a Packers fan. He's butthurt right now. I'm trying to, lift his spirits up a little bit. Just a little bit. But look at the salary cap, King. Pittsburgh got $35 million going into next year. And they can always restructure whoever they need to restructure. So they got a better chance of getting Aaron Rodgers next year than your Green Bay Packers. So don't rule them out before the Packers, King. I just wanted to show you that real quick. Because, Big Ben is finally out the way. He's finally out the way. Bye-bye, Big Ben. Get up out of here. And then they got cap space. So that's all I'm saying. Now let's get to Sean Payton real quick. Y'all see I'm moving fast. I'm a little rusty today. It's been a while. So I'm just trying to go ahead and hit all my P's and Q's and all that. Sean Payton stepped down, man. Shout out to Sean Payton. Not trying to hold y'all long today. That's why we moving right on through this. Sean Payton steps down, and the first thing you hear in Dallas, I live in Dallas, is, oh, he's coming to the Cowboys, or Jerry Jones need to get him. And I'm just like, yo, relax. Relax. Everybody relax. This man made it clear that he wants to take at least a year off to do TV or whatever. He's burnt out, which, in my opinion, he burnt himself out by making foolish contract decisions, and then you don't have a quarterback and you over the cap. So now you trying to hurry up and dip because you know it's getting bad for you. So I'm iffy with Sean Payton. People think he a savior down here. Oh, I forgot about Eli Apple. Oh man. I'm gonna get into him, King. So thank you for bringing that up. I forgot all about that. So thank you. I was just about to get into that. Sean Payton. Let me pull up their salary cap real quick. So I want to make sure I say it right. Nah, Speeds. They not in. I've already went over the Cowboys, but since you here, I'll talk about it again. The Saints going into 2022 next year is already $74 million over the cap. That's why Sean Payton is getting up out of there. And to all you Dallas fans that's sitting here saying Sean Payton need to come here and do this and do that. First of all, let me remind y'all, or for the ones who don't know, we did re-sign Dan Quinn. So shout out to Dan Quinn for staying in Dallas. I am happy to see that. Very happy to see that. Kellen Moore, he could go take a job somewhere else. Dan Quinn, I wanted to keep. So I'm glad Dan Quinn is here. I'm glad he stayed. Once the Denver job fell through, that was pretty much, it. Everybody said he wanted the Denver job, and if he didn't get that, he was coming back. So thank God that Denver is chasing Aaron Rodgers, so they go get the offensive coordinator from Green Bay to try to lure Aaron Rodgers over there. We'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers to Denver. It's a good chance. It's a good chance, and that division will be even harder, which is crazy. But yes, $74 million over the cap, no quarterback, the New Orleans Saints. That's why Sean Payton is out of there. That's why Sean Payton left. He can talk about all this BS about, I'm burnt out, I want to do TV. Nah, brother, you're leaving because you made some stupid decisions. You paid Mike Thomas all this money. He didn't even play last year. He got beef with you. You paid Kamara all this money as a running back after everybody said, you shouldn't pay running backs. You gave Taysom Hill $21 million. What? You gave Taysom Hill $21 million. Why? What for? I don't understand that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So all the Cowboys fans that's sitting here saying, hey, we want Sean Payton fire, Mike McCarthy right now. Get Sean. No, pump your brakes. Sean Payton is not a savior. He's a very good coach. Do I think he's a better coach than Mike McCarthy? Yes. But he's not a savior that y'all think he is. Getting Sean Payton don't automatically mean Super Bowl for the Cowboys. Y'all need to understand that. Because what this man is going to do, and Jerry's going to, if he did come here, we're going to be in the same situation as the Saints in 2 or 3 years. Because Jerry Jones is going to give Sean Payton whatever he wants. Because Jerry Jones is old. Jerry Jones is trying to win the ring. He don't care about the future of the Cowboys. Jerry just care about what he see while he's alive. And Jerry trying to get another ring before he get up out of here. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So Sean Payton came down here saying, give me this guy, pay this guy, pay this guy, pay this guy. That's what Jerry's going to do. And then next thing you know, we're going to be without a quarterback 5-6 years from now if that get hurt or whatever. And he's going to leave. You know what I'm saying? And we got $80 million over the cap. Like, stop. Sean Payton is an all-time great coach. And like I said, in my opinion, he is a better coach than Mike McCarthy. He is. He say Jerry McMahon. That's what would happen if Sean Payton came down here. He's gonna spend all that money. We already what is our cap? I said it last stream. I can't even remember. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second. So the Dallas Cowboys going into next year are $21 million over the cap right now. So for the people that missed the last podcast that's now on YouTube and everything, I'm not really worried about, people like, oh, Cowboys and cap hell, like Speed said. No, they good. They're not good, but they can be good very easy. It's nothing to restructure Tank Lawrence contract. I personally said trade him and re-sign Randy Gregory for cheaper. Yeah, but Speeds, I told my friend, I say, what you gonna do with Sean Payton? Instead of losing in the first round, we lose in the second round? That's all it is. He had a Hall of Fame quarterback. He had a Hall of Fame all-time great quarterback. And second round and out. Get him out of here. Top defenses all those years. Second round and out. Now that Rams game with the missed pass interference, you can let him slide on that if you want to, but that's his fault too. That's Sean Payton's fault because he stopped running the ball. You sitting there throwing the ball when you was just running it down their throat. You sitting there making these stupid play calls to get you in that position for them Rams to come back and get away with that. So Sean Payton is not the savior that people think he is. He's a better coach, yes. And if he did come here, I wouldn't be mad at it. But just because Sean Payton come don't instantly mean Super Bowl. It just means, oh, we might get past the second round this time. Oh, I'm sorry. The wild card, the first round. Let me say that. So, I mean, yeah, Houston. But what did Mike McCarthy? Look at Mike McCarthy's resume, Speeds. Look at Mike McCarthy's resume. He got a Super Bowl too. He's been in multiple championship games too. So what's the big difference between Sean Payton and Mike McCarthy? They both got one ring with a Hall of Fame quarterback that they had for years. Both been to multiple NFC championship games. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Sean Payton got better clock management? Yes. For the most part, yes. Well, other than that, what's the difference? Oh, Sean Payton will have his team ready to play in big games. Yes, he will. He will have his team ready to play, unlike Mike McCarthy. For them to come out after the 49ers game and say the players was nervous, boy, fuck out of here with that. What you mean nervous? You nervous at home and you the favorite to win that game? Your players were nervous? Are you serious?
Bruh.
And you actually said that after the game, after y'all lost? Wow. So, yes, it's things I would definitely take Sean Payton over McCarthy for, but, I mean, I'm not in no hurry. I say give Mike McCarthy one more season, and then if Sean Payton is still retired, go after Sean Payton next year if Mike McCarthy don't do what he got to do. Give Mike McCarthy 3 years, man. This will be his third year coming up. If he don't do nothing this third year, then we move on, and maybe we push up Dan Quinn, depending on how the defense play, or we go get Sean Payton. I mean, get him in another year. But Dallas Cowboys are $21 million over the cap starting next year. Like I said, Amari Cooper and Tank Lawrence are two players I would trade, and that instantly take care of your cap right there. Amari Cooper is 21. Amari Cooper is $20 million himself. Tank Lawrence is $22 million, I believe. It's either something like that, 22, 23 million. That's two contracts you get rid of right there. Randy Gregory, you can sign him for cheaper than Tank. You can re-sign, yeah, there you go, Speeds. You can re-sign, who I say? I just say Randy Gregory. Re-sign Randy Gregory. You can re-sign Cedric Wilson for cheap. Tony Pollard is going to be cheaper on the market unless somebody just decide to aggressively pursue him. Tony Pollard money is only $3 million. That's his market right now. His market value. Oh yeah, somebody will easily take Cooper. Like, get a team. Honestly, Pittsburgh would take him. Juju Smith is a free agent. I don't think they re-sign him. What if they tell Aaron Rodgers, hey, we'll trade for Amari Cooper just to bring you here? Bow. Joe Hayden contract is off the books for Pittsburgh as well. So Pittsburgh will take him. There's a couple of teams. The Colts need a number one receiver. They got cap space. They'll take him. Miami will take him with full off the books. So, I mean, it's a lot of teams that will take him, in my opinion. Hell, the Giants can't because they over the salary cap, too. They signed Galladay. Man didn't even score a touchdown this season. So, that's hilarious, man. But Sean Payton is not a savior, in my opinion. Like I said, give Mike McCarthy one more year, one more season with Dan Quinn and them. Collins is still under contract. Smith is still under contract. Honestly, what I would do, and I said this previously, what I would do is I would move La'el Collins back to left guard. He played left guard in college. He knows how to play it. Connor Williams can go. Get up out of here. Connor Williams, we are not re-signing you. Bye. So Connor Williams' contract is gone. La'el Collins, left guard. Terrence Steele signing him as right tackle for cheap. Bow. Now, only thing you need to fix on that line is your center. That's what I would do. But we'll see what happens. And Mike McCarthy has talked about doing that. So we'll see. That's what I would do to fix the line. And as far as Tyron Smith, I don't know who would take him. I mean, I'm sure somebody would take him, but he's injury prone, you know. So, and he makes $17 million. So I don't know what they could do with him. So honestly, but yeah, Sean Payton is he's not a savior in my opinion. Give Mike McCarthy one more season, and then if he fails, he fails. He can get up out of here, in my opinion. Moving along, trying to make sure I didn't forget nothing. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Let's give you the top salary cap space for next year. The Dolphins are entering with $69 million cap space. The Jaguars, $59. The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, who are in the AFC Championship game, they have $59 million in cap space for next year. That might be a dangerous team for a long time if they do it right. The Chargers, $58 million. And then you get the Jets and the Seahawks with $48-41. Broncos, who will pursue Aaron Rodgers, $41 million. The Colts, who I said might trade, they might take the Amari Cooper trade, $40 million over the cap. Steelers, $34. Washington, $34. Chicago, $30. The Browns, $28. Raiders, $27 million. Eagles have $23 million in space. Detroit has $23 million. The Chiefs have $20 million. The Panthers, I don't know what they're gonna do. Facts, Speeds, I definitely agree with that. And they just might. They just might. I mean, they have a solid team. They just might. So, but like I said, even if they decide to add bigger contracts, they have $58 million they working with. So, I mean, they could do a lot of damage for a long time. People talk about the Rams being in cap hell and how they signing all these veterans and big names. The Rams only $5 million under the cap. They could easily fix that and re-sign majority of their team. Like Von Miller is free. He's gonna be a free agent. He's not gonna demand much anymore. And Williams, the cornerback, he's gonna be a free agent. That might cost you a little money because Williams is a good young cornerback. But $5 million, that's it? Oh, that's it over? With all them people that you got? That's easy work. Oh, you got to think about re-signing Odell, too. I don't think Odell is going to cost a lot anymore, honestly. So, especially if he loves it in L.A. like he do. So, Tampa Bay. A lot of people don't know. Tampa Bay is $18 million over the cap right now. So, I mean, that's the salary cap for the NFL. Now, let's get to King brought up. I don't have his picture or nothing because I wasn't even thinking about him. But Eli Apple, Eli Apple is in the news. He is viral right now because he was talking big noise about the New Orleans City and the Giants. I did not see what he said about the Giants, but I did see what he said about New Orleans. He called it a dirty city. He said it stink. He said the food is nasty. I mean, shots fired everywhere, man. And my thing is, how dare you talk noise about the city and the franchise that gave you a second chance when everybody saw you as a bust in New York and your whole team wanted to beat your ass in the locker room. Didn't nobody else want Eli Apple when he signed with New Orleans a couple of years ago? Nobody wanted him. And then Excuse me. And then when he signed, he was trash. He was trash. And now he's a little bit better than what he was in New Orleans and New York, but he's not the reason. He's not one of their main corners. It's Cheeto Bay-Awuzie. It's Trey Waynes. Like, the other DBs are doing the work, and then Eli just sneak in every now and then. So Eli done made it to he is a man, I'm telling you. So all I've been seeing on Twitter is people posting highlights of Eli Apple getting burnt, toasted, and just getting worked, and it's absolutely hilarious. You got NFL players laughing at him on Twitter, reposting all the highlights. I mean, NBA players are talking trash. It's just hilarious. He brought on himself. And then to top it off, he got to go up against Tyreek Hill this week, bro.
Bruh.
What? He got to go up against Tyreek Hill this week. And you're talking noise, you might want to wait until the week is over. Because if they ever match you up on Tyreek, you're out of there, buddy. And then that's even more ammo for Twitter to get on you. So you might want to chill and focus on the AFC Championship game. And you got there by Joe Burrow, the rest of the corners, and Jamar Chase. Eli Apple is not an MVP of the Cincinnati Bengals, not even close. So he might want to shut up. Now, before we move on from the NFL, let's make our predictions. I want to see who you guys have for the he said there's a post called 2 minutes of Eli Apple getting hold. Yes. Yes. I watched it like 15 times. So that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Let's get into our predictions. I want to see who y'all got for the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game. We have the 49ers going to LA. It's going to be, the crowd is going to be probably 50-50. It's going to sound like the Super Bowl because it will be a lot of 49ers fans there, just like it was week 18. And that's going to be a great game. 49ers have won 6 straight against the Rams. But I think I just can't see San Francisco winning another one like this, man. I think LA finally pulls it off. Matt Stafford finally gets to the Super Bowl. And as far as who they play, look, people talk about what's his name? I can't think of his name. My mind just went blank. Josh Allen versus Pat Mahomes last week. You might see the same thing this week with Pat Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. I don't think the Chiefs can stop Jamar Chase. Man, come on, post-COVID cough, trying to come back. Get up out of here now. I don't think the Chiefs can stop Jamar Chase. And the way that Kansas City does win is by outscoring them. I think it's going to be another shootout, but I do think Kansas City pull it off at the end. You said you root for Cincy, but you bet KC. I'm kind of like that with you. I'm right there with you on that. I kind of hope Cincy win because it'll be nice to get a surprise, in the Super Bowl, which is, the 49ers. That's a surprise in itself. But LA will be popping either way. I think LA is going to win. I think KC is going to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if both teams lost. And what's crazy is I do a Madden franchise, and every year on my Madden franchise, the freaking Cincinnati Bengals were in the Super Bowl. And me playing the game was like, no way in hell that's happening. And they one game away. So, shout out to Cincy, man. All right, moving right along. That's the NFL. I didn't want to get into all the coaching and things like that. It is what it is on there. Like I said, I'm keeping it short and sweet tonight. Kind of last minute stream, so appreciate the people that did show up for it. It will be on YouTube as well. So for the ones that missed it, the replay will be here and it will be on YouTube. That seems to be where most of the views come in for the sports podcast anyway. Y'all come to the page and like to see wrestling all the time. Told you we switching that up. So MLB Hall of Fame. Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds did not make the Hall of Fame. They have been shut out of the MLB Hall of Fame. And David Ortiz is the only one that got in. I guess we give a hand claps for David Ortiz. But that's kind of trash. That's kind of trash in my opinion. Roger Clemens didn't make it. I can't understand that one. People, they still on the whole, he took steroids. That's the same with Barry Bonds. The steroids. You can't put him in the Hall of Fame because of steroids. Neither one tested positive ever in their career for steroids. You know who did test positive, though? David Ortiz.
Bruh.
So, how's that a valid excuse? How's that a valid excuse? I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Barry Bonds never tested positive for steroids. Roger Clemens never tested positive for steroids. And that's the only thing everybody's talking about why they didn't make it. But a guy that actually tested positive just made it.
Bruh.
How? That's not a good excuse, man. That is not a good excuse. And let's pull up Barry Bonds' career highlights. I'm sorry, his stats. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know if it's too small, but I'll read it out for you. Barry Bonds in his career played 22 seasons for the Giants and the Pirates. .298 batting average. 2,935 total hits. 762 home runs. 1,996 RBIs. 2,227 runs scored. 8 Gold Glove awards. 7 MVP awards. 12 Silver Slugger awards. And he didn't make the Hall of Fame?
Bruh.
How? How is this man not in the Hall of Fame? How? Can anybody explain? I just need somebody to explain how Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. I'm really focused on Barry Bonds. Roger Clemens, I kind of gave up with Roger Clemens like 3 years ago, honestly. I kept hope for Barry Bonds. So this one is more effective to me. But how does a guy with this resume not make the Hall of Fame? 7 MVPs? 12 Silver Slugger awards, 8 Gold Glove awards. He's not in the Hall of Fame? His stats are killing David Ortiz. And David Ortiz tested positive, not Barry Bonds.
Bruh.
I don't understand it. So I got people on my Facebook saying, it's a race thing because he's black. I mean, maybe one of the judges who voted, maybe they do feel that way, but Roger Clemens is white, so you can't use that excuse. Roger Clemens is white, so you can't say race. Bruh, if you win 7 MVPs in any sport, that should automatically put you in the Hall of Fame. It don't matter what sport it is. 7 MVPs, that's Hall of Fame right there. 762 home runs. And he still holds a single season record for home runs in a season with 73. Like what? Come on, man. What? This man don't get in the Hall of Fame? 2,227 runs scored? Not in the Hall of Fame? 8 Gold Glove awards? That's the best outfielder award. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all, man. But this man is not in the Hall of Fame. It's sad. MLB Hall of Fame is a joke. It is a complete joke. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, this man took steroids and all that. I don't want to hear none of that because he never tested positive for any of it. Roger Clemens never tested positive for any of it. David Ortiz did, and he's in there. So I don't want to hear that. That's just BS to me. So I got one more story I did want to pull up on the NFL before we get out of here about about this. I don't know if y'all saw this. Anthony Davis ruined Sean Payton's to Dallas move in 2019. What? When I heard this story, I was like, how? And then reading it and hearing about it, I was like, oh yeah, the Pelicans do have the same ownership as the Saints. It's the same owner, same GM, right? So, let's read it. NBA star Anthony Davis ruined the Dallas Cowboys shot and landed Sean Payton back in 2019. Mike Florio has revealed. In his new book, Florio wrote, oh, hold on, I got an ad plan. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I definitely can. Turn that off right there. In his new book, Florio wrote that it was the NBA star who made the Cowboys deal with Payton fall through. Back in 2019, it was all agreed for Payton to become the Dallas Cowboys' next coach with Jerry Jones ready to fire Jason Garrett. Man, Jason Garrett could have been out of here. However, at the same time, Anthony Davis announced that he wanted to be traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Y'all remember that? 2019, that's right. Gail Benson, the owner of both at the time of the Saints and the Pelicans, while Mickey Loomis was the Saints general manager, but he was also the Pelicans general manager as well. And he was the vice president of basketball operations. So Loomis, once he found out that Davis wanted to be traded to the Lakers, Loomis decided that he didn't want to be a part and he didn't want to be the common factor of New Orleans losing two of the top names in the city at the same time. So once Anthony Davis got traded, Loomis killed the whole deal with the Cowboys, and Sean Payton ended up signing a new deal, and he still have 3 years left on that contract.
Bruh.
So we could have had Sean Payton in Dallas already if it wasn't for Anthony freaking Davis deciding on a Monday, I want to get out of here. I want to go to LA. We could have had him already. We could have had him. And I don't blame Loomis. I'm not mad at him. That's a bad look. If in the same month you let Sean Payton and Anthony Davis go, I wouldn't do that either. So I completely understand why Loomis did what he did. But Anthony Davis, boy, I used to be a fan. I ain't a fan no more. Not a fan no more, man. Anthony Davis stopped us from getting Sean Payton in 2019 because he requested a trade to the LA Lakers. And yeah. I was just like, what? No way. And here's the article. That's Anthony Davis. So, man, that's all I got for you today. Like I said, I wasn't gonna keep you long. I just wanted to, talk a little bit about sports. So shout out to you guys for coming through. Shout out to the Noti Gang. Shout out to Rogue Energy, MLO Clothing, Xbox, the Team Xbox Ambassadors team. Voice Mod, shout out to Voice Mod as well.
Let's go.
Shout out to Speeds to get the tables for coming through. Speeds for the sub, man. Everybody that came through tonight. Now this Sunday, first of all, this weekend is gonna be huge. So Saturday we have a Royal Rumble watch along with Dark, Get the Tables, and All Elite Diamond Dave. Then on Sunday we have the Budget Cut podcast, and we're gonna be joined Of course, it's me and Dark. As you know, follow my guy Darkness. Of course, we're gonna be joined by Get the Tables as well, and Big Willie, Big Willieism. However he say his name is Big Willie. I call him Big Willie. I know his name's like Big Willieism, and then we still might have another content creator coming through. So Sunday is gonna be pretty lit. Saturday is gonna be pretty lit. Make sure you stay up to date with dopecontent.com. Make sure you follow Dope Content on Twitter. Make sure you follow Dope Content on YouTube. I might come back and play some games, but since I'm going to put this video on YouTube, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this and then come back with whatever video game we come back with, if I do come back. But as y'all heard, post-COVID, first stream post-COVID, I end up coughing while talking, and that's just,
Bruh.
that's annoying. So I might not do another stream tonight, just for that reason alone. I've been pretty much good ever since, but I guess talking a lot is bringing back that cough that I had. So, exactly, just coughing now. So I appreciate y'all. They came through. Much love to y'all. And I hope y'all have a good day, a good evening. Let's see if it's somebody on that I can raid. Who's on? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Sometimes the raid don't always tell you everybody that's on. It just pick like a small handful of people. All right, bet. Let's do that. Let's do that. We gonna rate the Happy Hour, another sports podcast. This the guy I went head to head with on the Twitch sports show, man. So show love to him. Make sure you follow him. Let him know you from the raid, man. And until the end, man, y'all have a great one, man. Y'all be blessed.
Round one. Fight.